Reganato's house. I gotta fix this down here. I need more of this eupatorium. Okay, gotta trim off these little dead branches off the boxwoods. Use a string and tie the branches where they're falling apart. That's gotta be trimmed. These I want trimmed into a rectangle, straight and down. A little bit each year, but 3 years from now it'll look perfect. But again, this is not circle, it's supposed to be a rectangle. The Stewardia trees, see how the branches sticking way out? That's got to be fixed. That looks off. One boxwood right there is not growing. Green velvet boxwood. I need something roughly 20 inches wide. Again, another dead branch in the boxwood. Quote out trimming these trees, and again into a hedge. Trimming these trees into a hedge during the summer. These again are going to be in a hedge. Clip out the dead branches on the tree hydrangeas. Replace 3 of these coreopsis. Check out the water situation. I think the water might be spraying into this lamium. That's why they're turning yellow. So check out the sprinklers. I bet you the water is spraying into these. That's why they're turning yellow. Okay. Get like 5 of these lamium to replace them. And might even consider putting a different plant directly starting, like going through here, because there's not enough sun for about 12 feet. Might consider doing that because that's not going to work, I don't think, long term for that area. Trim the birch trees back this year from the winter damage a little bit. When we clip the top of these spruce trees, remember to leave a center leader, but don't leave it like that where you have like 2 feet of just center leader in the top. I got to talk to Eddie about that so he understands it. These are coming back nice. Everything in here looks healthy. Shape shape this tree and shape that tree, the 2 beech trees. Maybe replace probably 2 of these what are they, St. John's wort. Replace 2 of those. These are popping out. These look nice. That looks good. Cut off the dead branches off the hibiscus. This looks good. Trim, you see how these look untidy? The Weigela, have to cut back the Weigela now. Remember, these just flowered. Now's the time you're supposed to trim them back, is now. Okay? Clean up this push a little bit, give a little trim. But then these just flowers, you also trim them back. These look gorgeous. Add 2 more of the ligularia in here to fill the gap. So there's a space right here, I gotta finish that. Andromeda look good on this side. Andromeda look fine on this. Everything looks healthy on this side. That's great. Remove the 1 dead tree in the back corner. These look good. This looks great. Add more iris through here. That's the easiest thing. Add like 9 more iris through here to fill this gap. That'll look good. And add another 5 more over here to fill that gap. Add the necessary irrigation. Again, clip off the top but still leave a center leader. You don't want to have it like a 2-foot top. It looks sparse. It looks funny. Too much water for the salvia. They're turning yellow in the center. Too much water. So if anything, we might have to remove the drip line off of these because the water will naturally flow downhill off the hydrangeas. Too much water for the salvia. The salvia hate the water. See how they turn yellow? No good. All the skip laurel, actually they're not bad. You see the new growth coming out? If we cut these back by about 1/3, you'll have all new growth and they'll look much better. But if you don't like them, that's fine, I'll replace them. Okay, because I want to make sure you're happy. That's number 1. And the problem is if you get another really bad winter, then it might happen again. First winter though, it's usually the worst. After that, it's usually not like this. So just throwing that out there, okay? All these hydrangeas are gonna flower, that's great. Too much water for the salvia in this area. You need to buy like another 5 salvia to fill this area. You got to cut the water back, remove the drip off these salvia, let the water naturally flow down off the hill. Cut back these birch tree roughly 3 feet off the top, so you get a much denser branch habit, and it'll remove kind of this bend, how they're bending right now. These all look healthy, everything looks healthy. You got to cut back all the viburnum now, big time, like 25%. There's a few viburnum, there's one here, one over there. You cut it back about 25% naturally with the hedge clipper, not the machine. Okay, because you want to keep it a natural shape. These are coming out. Maybe replace 2 of these grasses. It'll look better if we replace them because it's dead in the center. Clean out any of the dead branches out of the rising sun. There's a few, got to clean those out. And again, in this area, I think we can make this look nicer in this area. So I want to focus on that. All the way back to the hydrangea, think about that a little bit more. That's the one spot that I think doesn't look right. It's a real focal spot. Grass looks good. Grass looks very thick, healthy, that's good. Trees over there look good. When we do clip them, I want to try to clip them the same height. See, that one's taller? So we got to think about that when we're clipping these trees. But trying to keep them the same height, so after years and years that they look about the same height. Okay, and then those all need a little haircut too. The same time we clip those, I'm considering also clipping the horn beams on this side of the house. Too much water. A little bit too much water for the nepenthes. Here, turning yellow on the inside. So again, reduced amount of drip. These, once they're established, don't need drip. Okay. When we prune these, we got to prune these too. Give them a little haircut, all these evergreens along the whole edge. That'll make them look better. So there's something else I'm going to quote you on. Okay. This looks great. These hydrangeas are going to give you a ton of color. Happy about that. I'm happy the way all these boxwoods look. Nepenthe look great over there. This looks great. Everything, you're in pretty good shape here. Like I said, shape that Stewartia tree. Sometimes you shape these. Shape these too. Give them a little haircut. The 2 pear trees at the same time, and shape the 2 cherry trees. The reason they look so good when you got them is because the previous guy who was growing them did a good job maintaining them. All right, we'll keep on deadheading the roses. Roses look awesome. Cut back the leatherleaf viburnum a little bit now. There's 2 here and there's 5 on the other side. So that's to be cut back a little bit. Oak leaves look great. And again, we have to fill this corner. About a 10-foot long space. Might even introduce a new plant in that corner that can take more water. That's the issue, there's a lot of water in that corner. Then obviously all the boxwoods get trimmed, all the hollies get trimmed. Same thing, we want this in a hedge. That's the idea, a rectangle hedge over time. Same thing with these trees. You want to let them grow together, it'll be a rectangle hedge. That's it, we'll talk soon.